kick it away to start us off. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tigers' offense will go to work first. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt in the SEC.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Auburn lines up quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Touchdown, Auburn!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Texas Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Rides the back on the option, the give. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here comes the Auburn offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Offense in an empty set. Might be calling a hot route. Bringing the heat. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. The screen, he's got wheels. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Fakes a grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side, present a nice target for the quarterback.
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
Makes the grab on the left side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
To the air on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's got him. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the play on third down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. Turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Haynes. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. Finished a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Here's the give off the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to fire deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
That route is a man beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch, setting up first and goal.
He worked his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Pittsburgh proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Panthers team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Got a man, it's ball. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's ball. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Now the play fake. Got his man on the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the 1st half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the 1st half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right.
Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. Fires into traffic, picked off. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the 1st half.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Sets up the screen. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Throwing right. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snap in the shotgun. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Pocket breaking down. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They'll run play action. Throws to the back. Quickly complete. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the 1st down, and let's see what they do on 4th. Hunt is on its way. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
Oh, man, that was was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A strike downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn going to work with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football and walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 35. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move to keep running. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. The give to the back. Fights off a defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground. You picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right.
And that's the advantage right there. Dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these. because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Tight end finds a soft spot. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Motion from the back. Wants to throw again. He's going to take off. There he goes. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The RPO, it's complete.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the
touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia somehow, some way, found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's ball.
That is how you play defense. You drop back, you let him catch the football, you go attack, you don't let him break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the offense will recover, but it's not going to make any difference as they're short of the first down marker.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
So here comes the Auburn offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they... Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed.